Welcome one and all back to the lovely dock. You're here with me, OneManJack, and today we're going Downwell. Now, let's see, arm spin. You might have, if you watched me play through the Gungeon, which, by the way, I apologize. That recording session, oh boy, that frame rate, all I gotta say. But anyways, I mentioned an item in that game called the Gunboots, which originated from this game, Downwell. And when I saw this game on Steam, it said, navigate your way down through the well using nothing but Gunboots as your weapon. And that's it. You just go down, and you got Gunboots. And I heard Gunboots and I thought, oh, Gunboots, that sounds awesome. So, yeah. You've got a Mario-style stomp attack, but you've also got the Gunboots. And then you find modules, laser, that will increase your health and give you more charges of gun, and oh boy, I'm gonna die. And also change what type of gun you have. Now the bunch of different types of guns. I don't know. Not really much to say about this game. This game is, in my mind, the quintessential minimalist game, because if you hang around my channel, you might hear that I like minimalist games. I like games that are very simple, yet at the same time, they don't sacrifice depth for that. Well, actually, no. This game is not extraordinarily deep, either, but I like simple games. I like games that have an incredibly highly entertaining style, but that still manage it by doing it very simply. And I need to get my mouse off the screen. Whoops, sorry about that. And this game does exactly that. You have 3 buttons. You've got move left, you've got move right, and you've got jump and gun. We're going to see very first power-up, youth, which gets us more upgrade choices as the game goes on. And there are, I think, 3 or 4 different area sets, and each one has 3 stages, and at the end of each stage, you get to choose a power-up. You got collecting gems, gets you high on gems. Don't know how that works or what that's really for, but gems let you buy things at the shop. We're not going to see a shop for a while, because the character style, there's a couple different character styles that will minorly influence gameplay, and the one I chose is quote. You always find gun modules, but shops are very rare. And what that means is at the shop you can buy health to replenish your health. If you get overhealed, you unlock extra health points. Can't talk today. Ow. And then gun modules can also give you batteries that can extend the total number of shots you have for your gun. Your gun refills every time you touch the ground, like this. It's a heart, health, burst. And the way I look at it is, why would I pay money for a shop to get healing or energy when you get free healing or energy for a gun module, and then the only thing aside from shops and gun modules you can find is gem mines, which gets you a lot of free gems. So it's a win-win situation, in my opinion. Balloon, rocket jump, drone. Love the drone, because he shoots out more bullets. So yeah, this is not gonna be a game that I end up making a series on, just because I don't think that there's that much interest in it to make a series on it. I mean, it's a fun game. It's got that procedurally generated replayability value, but I don't think you all would be too interested in watching me play it over and over again. Let's see, heal plus, charge plus. Wow, this shop is cheap. Let's buy out everything, get lots of charge, get my Gunboots, awesome. And you'll notice underneath my health bar, it filled up one of those 4 segments, and if I can get 3 more health without taking any damage, I will have overheal, which gets you an extra health point. And I got the charge, because charge lets you shoot a whole bunch without touching down. Oh, I'm in a bad spot. Got bats above me. Bats being above you is not good. Because there's not an easy way to get rid of them. There we go. But yeah, having lots of charge means you can just shoot everything. What's over here? Laser? Laser's not as good as burst, but getting laser got me more charge. Forget that. so that's the play style for this wavy arm. Is I think what this play style is, or is it? I forget. Maybe it's Boulder? I don't know. Either way, it's you always pick up the guns you find, so you always have different guns. But if you get proficiency with those different guns, you get good. So let's see. Stomping on enemies make explosions, or shooting dead bodies cause explosions. Let's get that stomp explosion. Oh yeah, that was 3 levels, so now we are into the catacombs. Ooh, that stomp blast is tasty. Okay. Ghost is kind of spooking me, though. Don't- Ow! What hit me there? I might have to go back and watch the recording that later, because something hit me, and I don't know what it is. Alright. Doing pretty good, though. Got 3 health and 1 charge of overheal. What do we have here? Nappy! Oh, I love Nappy. One of my favorites, because Nappy is a gun that you can kind of twist in a direction. It's like you can lean the gun, and that is incredibly handy. It's basically a better machine gun, because the machine gun does about the exact same thing. The other thing is, the drone shoots every time you shoot, and 1 bullet, I forgot you can't step on those, 1 bullet is not equivalent to cross-gun. Like, the laser took up 2 or 3 charges per shot, and this puncher now, you just saw, if you look at my ammo, it went from 1 charge per shot up to 2 charge per shot. So, different weapons are inherently better or worse to have the drone power-up with, but there's enough weapons that I like to take from, because it's handy. Because it will be helpful at the end if we get to the boss. Because of course there's a boss in this game. What kind of roguelike wouldn't have a boss? Ah, clear. Knife and fork. Ooh, that's a good one. Consume corpses to gain health. Bullet casings do damage. I'm gonna take knife and fork because it's the only method that you have for healing, aside from finding gun modules that heal you, or running into the shop, which the style I have chosen is very not... Shit. Shops are rare. Well, let's try and get to them. Oh, and I do apologize if, as a working trend on my channel, if I occasionally just shut up halfway through a sentence to scream, so I can try and avoid getting killed like that. Ugh, sometimes it doesn't work. It's like right there. I didn't shut my mouth, and I got hit because of it. I had to rub something out of my eye. So yeah, as a whole, if... Son of a... Okay, last hit point. Need to eat some... Ah, man, I got cornered. Man. It was going so well. Alright. I think I'm gonna make one more dive of it. I'm gonna go faster this time. Like I wasn't going fast before. Heh, I was, but... Shotgun. Okay. I think the shotgun is a problem because early in the game, I only have 10 charge. That is enough for 2 shotgun blasts. So the shotgun is a little bit of a risky weapon because you can't just fly around. Puncher, that's fine. Yeah. Oh, and this game also gets a special place in my heart because it is one of those fantastic games that actually has good achievements. In that they have achievements that serve a purpose. Now, let's take you then. Now, if you ask me, an achievement, like having achievements in a game, it should serve one of a couple different purposes. An achievement can be fun. And there are all sorts of just hilarious achievements that just the name of the achievement is a tongue-in-cheek joke, or accomplishing the achievement has you do something ridiculous or funny that you wouldn't do otherwise, and that's good. And that, I said a few words in order, something that you wouldn't do otherwise. And that is one of, I think, the largest goals that achievements should have for a game. And we're going to take Dishonored, for example. In Dishonored, there is an achievement for beating the campaign without ever upgrading any of the magic abilities. And I think that's just fantastic, because it challenges you to play the game in a way that you wouldn't normally. And this game, too, there is an achievement for beating a floor in each of the zones without ever touching the ground. Which, that is quite a trial if you try and go for that. Okay, tricked him into stepping into the time field. But yeah, it's got achievements like that. It's got achievements for beating a floor without killing any creatures, which is incredibly hard just because falling downwards, you're bound to accidentally step on one. Let's see, Time Void, Gem Stick, Bullet Casing. Hot Casings, we'll take that. And then I might pull up the achievement list to recheck, but yeah, game gets shouldn't be taking damage there. Game gets special mentions for having interesting achievements. And the contrary to that is, as for games that do not have interesting achievements, you know the type. The game where you get an achievement after every single story mission of the campaign, you get a mission for beating the campaign on each difficulty. Like that, it doesn't add anything. You shouldn't incentivize something that... You shouldn't need to use an achievement to incentivize something the player is already going to do. But I'm rambling a little bit. Okay. It turns out this looks like it's going to be a very short run. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it very far this point. This game's hard, by the way. As is the trend with roguelikes that get a lot of value out of replayability. This game is not easy to get to the end. I have gotten to the end. Haven't beaten it. Keep trying. Oh, and I should say this game is incredibly cheap on Steam. It is, I think, $3 in America dollars. It's words that I say that mean nothing, but it's $3 in America, which that is a fly price for a game like this. And this is a good game. The controls are smooth. The premise is interesting and unique. It's not weighed down. It doesn't have some incredibly lengthy story quest or chain that you need to just grind through in order to get to the parts that are actually fun. No, it's just you get in and you Gunboots. Gunboots is all I was promised when I bought this game, and Gunboots I have been provided. So yeah, feel free to grab it yourself. Okay, a little bit of a tight spot here, machine gun. Okay. How are we gonna... Hurt? Ooh! Ah, tasty. Alright, we're doing good and fine. Might recover this yet. I'm fond of the machine gun. Burst! Less fond of burst. But yeah, oh, that's another thing I like about this game, is that for some games, like, you know, any of the large games, sometimes you feel like you need to dedicate at least a solid half hour to a game in order to get any enjoyment out of it. Because, like, League of Legends, you need to expect to spend 50 minutes on a single game, because that's just how long some games take. Or, like any kind of RPG, you know, you need to dedicate a certain amount of time to playing it, or else you're not going to make any progress. But this game, it's fast. It is minimalistic, and it's a double-edged sword in that you don't really have any kind of narrative. I don't even know why this guy's going down the well, but the lack of narrative means it can focus on gameplay and deliver a game that is fun to play for just 5 minutes. Like, if you only have... Like, actually, you can look at the time. Look at how long it took me to make a run of this game and die. I think it took, like, 7 minutes for me to have a full experience and fun amount of playtime. I need to shut the fuck up or I'm gonna die, be an embarrassment to myself. This is the same stage I died on last time, isn't it? Son of a... died at the exact same spot. Exact same time, too. 7 minutes in, man. So, yeah, it's Downwell. It's a really interesting game because it shows that you don't need like really expansive graphics or narration in order to make a game fun. You just need an unusual idea that's interesting to play, that's well executed in the mechanics, and the controls are tight on this game. It controls beautifully, and that's really all it needs. It has a nice, quaint, pixelated visual style, and tight controls, and fun gameplay. Oh, and it also has the different styles. Standard style, arm spin, you only find guns, but the shops are rare. Boulder gives you more HP, but less upgrade options. You can get floaty, or you can get handstand, which is no upgrades anywhere, but the shops are cheaper. Fuck that, I do not like that. But anyways, I think I do hear my curtain calling. If you like this video, leave a comment, leave a like, do some sort of, I don't even know. But anyway, man, I apologize. I was eating mac and cheese earlier today and my brain is fried. I will just shut my big fat mouth and bid you wonderful people adieu until I see you next time on the dark side. You stay classy, my friends.